Tommy Shelby is the main, pivotal character in the gangster TV drama known as Peaky Blinders. He is arguably one of the most popular characters in all of TV, even being named the most popular male character within the TV media by Lad Bible. Today we analyse and more importantly discuss what exactly makes Tommy Shelby so attractive and popular to viewers of both men and women around the world. It should be said initially as a disclaimer that Tommy Shelby is arguably so attractive and popular as a character because he is played by an exceptional actor in Cillian Murphy. He is both attractive to men and women, depicting physical beauty and masculine drive, which is extrapolated through Cillian's great performance. Now we must first begin with the benchmark for popularity, that most often entailing likability concerning characters, their relatability. This is why such characters as Spider-Man first became so popular, a regular dude who was experiencing the same teenage dramas as the readers at the time. Tommy is relatable in the sense that deep down he is a good man, who happens to do bad things to a good end, as the creator Stephen Knight has stated. Thus, for the viewers, Tommy depicts the unacted upon evil that lays deep within all of us, the only difference being that Tommy exploits this evil and readily uses it in situations to benefit not only him, but his family and even the broader society in some cases. Most people in regular life feel lost. To watch and endure with Tommy as he rises the gangster and later political ladder is almost cathartic, comparable to such emotional feelings we would have as watching someone like Frank Underwood from House of Cards climb the political ladder. Furthermore, the reasons to which Tommy is exploiting this evil and deciding to willingly and almost sacrificially climb the ladder of power reveals the deeper DNA within the show. Family. You see, Peaky Blinders is far more than your average run-of-the-mill mob drama. This deep down is a story about family. A lower class, underdog-like family whom rise from the depths of filth and immorality to the heights of power and wealth, in a world which is drastically changing, for better or for worse. This is seen through each season, which takes place in a new, later year with arguably a greater threat each time, but whilst also showing that the Peaky Blinders themselves and Tommy have accumulated a greater wealth. This all continues until the final threat is Tommy himself, and thus this rise further adds another string of DNA into the concoction which is Peaky Blinders, that being how this rise to power and through social classes, in an unrelenting world, affects the pivotal characters, how it changes them. This can be seen through the PTSD characters experience from the show due to World War I, and even through events which occur in the show, like Polly's rape, and her PTSD and vulnerability gained from such a horrific experience. Most prominently, however, this can be seen in Season 5 and Season 6 with Tommy. He begins to feel guilt for the actions which he has committed, and believes the spirits are punishing him for the deeds he has done, allowing for the viewer just to feel sympathy for him and almost a sense of sadness, even though considering the life he has lived has been very violent and arguably very immoral compared to how the average person would live. To add on further, Tommy makes you question these morals, almost inciting this darker element within yourself. It makes you question truly and puts yourself in his shoes. What would you do if you were Tommy? Would you condemn the evil and punish the wicked? Would you partake in the same activities, the same actions? What would you do differently? His actions are arguably so attractive because they are so dangerous. He commits violent acts and devious plans which we would think unfathomable in our modern everyday lives, and he does it all for the noble cause, being the betterment of his family. And, even in Season 6, the betterment of his community. He also represents to men the culmination of masculinity, an era bygone now, depicting a drive and ambition to achieve great things in relation to business, women, and family. This culmination of masculinity is not only valid for males, however this also makes him popular amongst females. His drive and ambition to achieve great things for those he cares about and look after those he cares about by providing a prosperous future is an attractive trait. It obviously helps that Cillian Murphy is also considered an attractive man by many of the fan base, to say the least. It should be stated that he is a good man doing bad things to a good end. He has constantly shown that the evil which he harnesses is usually, in most cases, used for good, and people enjoy seeing good people do great things for the communities. He cares for children, building them orphanages and representing their interests, as he has no racial or cultural prejudice to anyone. This is even further seen in Season 5 when he withdraws funding completely from an orphanage, as the nuns had abused the children. Now, this is hardly the only criteria needed to be a good person, but it is a start which Tommy Shelby had made even before the first season had begun. From a young pre-war lad, he knew the system was broken, even signing himself up for what he believed to be the best cause at the time, being communism. He has always had this fire to fight for what he believes was right, not only for him, but for everyone he cares for. He came to understand what royalty, politicians, businessmen, and gangsters really are. Tommy fought in World War I, for what? Him and his comrades received no benefits, a little thanks, nothing really. Merely they were forgotten and tossed aside as pawns in a game. Realizing this, he tosses his medals in the cut, and begins his underdog rise to power, realizing he needs to be as bad as his enemies if he wants to achieve a suitable, reliable, and most importantly, safe future for his family. This is evident and eventuates as Ada Sister Finn in Season 5, Episode 1. Tommy has given us this opportunity, relating to a good, honest, influential role in society to do good. Deep down, Tommy Shelby is essentially an anti-hero, the symbol of a working-class man whom achieved greatness through arguably evil ways to secure a prosperous future for his family and a potential better future for his community. Once again, evidenced in the final episode ever of Peaky Blinders, in which the big, mean, powerful gangster Tommy Shelby states that he is planning to build houses for good, ordinary working people, for no better reason as simply being a good thing to do. And that, I believe, sums it up rather beautifully.